Hi, if you want to subscribe to my channel, all you need to do is press the subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications about when my next video comes out, just press that little bell on the side of the subscribe button. And you'll get to be the very first person to get the notifications when my videos are out. Hi, it's Creative Crafts and I'm Kathy. Today's tip of the day, how do we make a wall mirror? Tip of the day, how to make a wall mirror. You need a few items: cardboard, a placemat, a mirror, and petals from a flower. Big ones. The first item, cardboard, 27 centimeters. Old placemat. Mirror candle holder. Leaves from an old flower or leaves from a flower. You can buy the flower. It doesn't have to be old. And I suggest that you make sure you get the ones that have a wire in it so that it can bend. Because you want it to be perfectly straight. And if it's like that, it holds better this way. And then I'm going to think about, not sure I'm going to use these. Actually, this is made from paper. From a paper stick that I made. Rolled it up and then glued it together. And then I painted some of it white. I have several of them. I'm not sure if I want to use this on top of here or not. Once the flower's there, it'll be straight. Or do I want to put something else around? I'm not sure about that. It all depends on what you want to use. So I'm not going to glue the mirror on yet, because that has to be glued on actual last. That flowers need to be first. So what you do is, I would take my glue gun, put some glue on the tip of the end of the flower. There's some areas here that are not really glued. I just try to squish it together like that, so that you know it's really well glued. And just, like I said, make it straight, the flower. I should have turned that around. Damn it. I think that would be better to put it up this way. Like I said, you have to sit the flower the way you want it. So, here we go again. You gotta be careful with this because I think these petals are kind of like plastic. So I'm gonna stick them in as far as I can so that I can glue on the board and on. I wish I could some that goes on the cardboard too. Lift it, and maybe you could say a ½ an inch apart. So it goes like this, like they're together. So I will put all these flowers on and then do the next step. So I glued all the flowers on here. So the next step is, we want to make a mark, little marks, in the areas where we want the mirror. Measure it. I would measure it to make sure that all the same. Like I said, try to make sure you have it as perfect as possible. You want it exactly in the center. I'm not gluing it there now, but I want to make a few marks where I want to put my flowers. Actually, that's going to go right underneath, so I can still go like this. It doesn't matter. So, I decided to make a mark all around. Glue this last. So the next step is gluing the other flowers on. So I didn't want to do this. I wanted to put them as far as I can up. And I said I'm going to cover this here. Later, if you see any black marks on it, the mirror's probably, you're just going to maybe take some silver paint and just paint it before you put the mirror on. So now we're going to glue the flowers on. Like I said, I'm going to try not to put them too far . This one has two color flowers, so I'm going to stick one with a white, one plain, always back and forth, so that I don't have them messier on my hands. So we can do this. Make this go over a little bit. I want to try to make it go over so you don't see anything. You can maybe glue these together later after these dry. So now we'll get a white one. So now we go to the next step. So the next step is you want to probably check and see how that looks. I could have put it down a little bit more. So now you can see some of it here. Oops, so, like I said, you play around, you're on your own. I measured it, but apparently, don't know what happened. I mean, what you could do is maybe get some ribbon and put some ribbon on there first, or you can put little diamonds on it. I may do that. So I have a few more pieces of, this is from the inside, or maybe I should just stick these here. Nah, I don't want to put any more on it, it's enough. Or, like I said, I can glue these on. Nah, I don't want those either. I don't like the way it looks. I want it simple. So, I'm going to see if I can find any little diamonds that I have, or maybe an old diamond necklace that I can put the diamonds around here and cover this area after I glue this together. So I'll be right back. So I end up taking some of this wire, this part here that was also from the table mat. You can see here how easy it is to take it apart. So I took it off and I said, you know what, I was going to put some diamonds on it, but I said I didn't want too much bling. So I said, okay, you know what, like I said, you can fix the flowers how you want. I glued this on here. I will glue the mirror on in a bit. I need to turn this around. So now you're going to see which end you want to hang it. So where is that piece? Can't even see it. Oh, it's on this side. So I want to, I'll leave that in the bottom. So if you want to cover this, you can too, but no one's really going to see it because it's all covered from the flowers. Make sure the flowers are all stuck well, glued well. And now I will get a piece of wire. My famous wire I use almost on everything. This here, you can buy it anywhere, hardware shop, Walmart, anywhere. So what you do is you need to take a little piece off. So you can fix the other flowers later. Because you don't want it, the flowers to be too far inwards, because then it'll be difficult to hang. So I'm going to just twist it together like this to make it a little stable, because we have a mirror there and it could fall, so we don't want to do that. So I'll do this. And like I said, you just need to do that and then bend it and then put it in a place, I would say just in the middle. I will stick these two together like this. Come on. So I'll stick these two together and then cut this little tip off. Don't need it. Doesn't matter. Make sure it's pretty straight. So when you glue it on, it's just sticking up slightly for the nail. You don't want it sticking up too much. First I'm going to put a lot of glue on it. Stick it in, and then you just wait, put a little glue, and then you put more glue in a minute. Let me get something first. I'm going to use one of these, I think. Or maybe two of them. Put something underneath it to hold it down. Make sure it doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle. I just want to lift it up a little bit more. You could put it anywhere you want on the circle as long as you can hang it. And it doesn't matter which end, how you hang it, because it's all the same. It's all round. So you just got to now wait until this dries. And then we go for the next step. So the next step, like you see here, I glued the mirror down. I didn't like how it looked with this string that I used. I didn't like how it looked. Didn't want to pull it off because I didn't want to ruin anything on it. So I said I have some glue glitter and glitter glue. Then I said, okay, I'm going to go around the mirror with it. It looks kind of funky right now because it's still wet. It takes longer to dry than the hot glue. And I decided to make little swirlies on a few of these just to make it go as a flower. Now we just need to wait for it to dry. There's still some more there. It's a piece here. It's just a small little glue. Once it dries, it will shrink, so it will look much better. And then I can finally clean the mirror. And then we're done. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make this kind of a mirror. use a small candle holder mirror, and you can let your creativity flow. Use anything, like I said before. You can use leaves if you want to make a fall decoration with a mirror. Buy some plastic leaves, all kinds of fall leaves. Sunflowers. You can make a sunflower thing. You can use a lot more. You can make it bigger if you want. I just had 2 flowers and this is all I could use. And I think it's perfect. Don't want to make it too big. If you want it bigger, then you get a bigger mirror, and that means you need more flowers. So you have to calculate, you know, what here. I had, I think, how many flowers did I use? About 50 flowers maybe. Yeah, I think it's about around 50 feathers, not flowers, leaves, or petals. Then what I'm going to do now is just wait. It goes like that. Until it's totally dry. You can, if you see anything, if you see spaces here, but you can still see kind of silver underneath it, but that's why I put that silver mat there, because if you see the silver, it's no problem. You cannot see the paper, the cardboard that I used for the backing. You can't even see that, so that's non-existent right now. So, and even when you hang it, the flowers will. Now you can go like this. You can fix it against the wall once you have it hanging up. The flowers, so no one can't see the back. You can do that if you want to do this as a gift. Then I suggest that maybe if you get maybe a material that matches the color that you are using, like a small, very small, not even 1 foot by 1 foot maybe, could be around 1 foot by 1. Yeah, I think it's about 1 foot. You will need maybe a little bit more, and then just, I don't want to lift that up right now. I don't know if you can see it here. Just here at the end, put upside down, the material's under, cardboard, take your material, first one end, then the other end, glue it. Gradually go around from one side to the other, back and forth until you finally see, okay, you keep going one here, one here, one here, one here, gluing it like this with the glue gun. Because you need to stretch it so that it looks tight. Make sure you put glue in the area on the back where the material is on, exactly where you know you're going to hang the hook. Because if you just put the material there, it's going to dangle funny. You don't want that. There's going to be other tutorials you're going to see. I probably will make more of these mirrors, but with different motifs. Probably do one for a gift for someone. So, you know, I think I'm going to... most likely, I will make another tutorial how you can cover the back side if you want to use that as a gift. I will do that on another video. But this tutorial is about how you can do this, a quick idea, something that you could do. You can, like I said, you can use anything you want. Don't have to follow what I did, because I don't know where you're going to find these kind of flowers. I know you can buy that in Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree. You can find huge flowers with big petals. Those will be perfect, but especially, like I said before, try to get the ones that have a wire inside so you can bend it. You don't, you know, things like this, because you want to have something like that. That's your best bet, I think. And that's it. This is the finished product. I will have a picture at the end of this tutorial when it's dry. And I hope you enjoyed my little video. Please, if you have any questions or comments or any other ideas that I could do, write them below. I would love to hear from you. And please subscribe.